Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today is July 3rd and I'm gonna show you a quick video about some mums cuttings that I had taken back in May, middle of May. So before, on another video, I showed you where I did some mums cuttings and they failed, and maybe you watched that video or maybe you want to see what not to do, and if so, go check that out because not everything works all the time. So anyhow, let's go ahead and take a jump back in time to May 14th where I took those cuttings and stuck those, and then we'll come back and we'll have a chat. Okay, so here's one of those mums that I had cut back and taken cuttings from. You can see that they have come back like in full force, and they're so big that they're going to flop over by fall, winter time. So I'm going to go ahead, and here's the other one over here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut them things back and propagate them the right way. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just give them a pretty good haircut down here. And look at that. That one there was laying down on the ground and then created its own roots. So I've got a mum plant there I can go ahead and pot right up. In fact, I got another one over here. I bet it's the same way. Let's see what that does. Just gonna, yeah. So yeah, we got some good propagation right there. So what I'll do is I'll take and cut that off up here because it's kind of crooked, pot that up, and then use the top part as cuttings. All right, let me see. In fact, I think I got one over here like that. I think I'm just gonna I've kind of broke the root, but yeah, got one there. Take a look here what we got. Man, look at that. Okay. All right, well, I'm gonna oh no, there's one more. Nope, that was a cutting. Don't need that. Okay. Don't tell Deb I'm pulling up her plant, but this is these have all got roots on them. Look at that. grew right through a piece of a wood chip. Yeah. Pull a couple of those. All right, I better quit. Okay, so I got the cuttings over here in this bucket, and I'm going to try to just kind of pull them out and deal with them a little at a time. Well, handful at a time. Oh my goodness. Wow. All right, so the ones that's got roots, I'm just going to kind of set in their own thing, and I'm going to try to get those potted up pretty quick. Alright, so that's those. I'll set those out of the way. Now how I'm going to do these is going to take in, now that's a little bit too flimsy, so I probably need a trash area, but anyhow, I'm going to go and strip the leaves off down below like that, and then that's a cutting right there. Leave a couple leaves or one leaf, whatever you want to do, on the top. And I'm going to take this part as well, strip the leaves off the bottom. Now this is pretty flimsy, so you want to remove as many of those leaves because that will suck out all the moisture. So basically I'm just going to go through all of them like that. I ended up with one leaf on that one. That's fine. I'm trying to be careful. This is pretty tender material here. Just kind of, once I get to the top, just kind of pinch them with my thumbnail. So now I always go, for the bottom part, I always go right below a node. So see how I clipped right below a leaf node there? So now obviously this is going to take a long time, so I'm not going to make you guys sit through it. I'm just trying to think of a few things that you might need to know as I'm going. So a piece about that size, I'm cutting it into two pieces. So we got a cutting there, cutting there. This one I think I'll only get one cutting out of, so I'll just clip that bottom off like there. That one there's short, so I'll just do one cutting out of it. This one here was laying down on the ground and then growing up that way, so I'm just going to clip that out of there. Just get one cutting from that. Okay, so I got those mums all cut up into pieces. I'm going to pull them up here and show you. So I got 3 different containers. I got them soaking in water because, man, they dehydrate really quick. So you want to keep them hydrated. So I got this one.
This one. And this one.
Oh yeah, there's lots of cuttings right there. But anyhow, so I'm going to go ahead and point you down there and quickly show you. Now, I'm going to do a kind of an experiment side by side because that's just what I do. I don't know why, but anyhow, I'm going to do first half of this space without rooting hormone, and then I'm going to get the rooting hormone and use that. So anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and get right at it right down here. I'm just going to grab a little handful there. And I'm just going to start sticking them. Now you see I've already taken my little blade here and made cuts in the sand. Some of these are pretty soft, so we want to have a pretty good opening for them. Yep.
Hey guys! Sorry for the mower noise. Oh, I look bad. I'm mowing. I'm push mowing.
She's the one making all the noise over there.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I am ready for a sit-down tea break. I got the front part done. Getting ready to start on the front.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes the Kubota tractor.
Oh, they can bring it here and just drop it off. Okay, so I got me some rooting hormone. It's hormone 3. And I'm going to go ahead and dip the rest of these rows right down in there. Just kind of lay them down in there. Whoops, I could drop a couple of them in there. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 rows without hormone. And do the rest with hormone. All right, boy, that worked out exact amount on the rows there. So let me count what I got here. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so I ended up with 9 rows, and they're averaging about 25 per row. So that's pretty good amount, and I just can't believe that it came out to the exact amount of rows that I had space for right here. That was pretty awesome. So thank you, Lord. Because I hate throwing away extra cuttings or whatever, so I would have like tried to take the time to clear out another space for them. So, but anyhow, 25 per row, and the first 5 rows were without hormone, and then the next 4 rows were with hormone. So we'll be able to see a little if there's a difference in the results. Oh, and then also I had potted up those ones that had the roots, and I ended up with 14 or 15 of those, and I'm putting them underneath the propagation area as well, because I'm treating them kind of as still as rooted, rooting as cuttings, so they'll still have the same humidity level and all that kind of thing. They'll be in the shade, and that's kind of what you want for something like that. So after they kind of get established in there, I can move those out way quicker, and they're already potted up, so I'll move them out. I don't like to have potting soil down in my propagation frame, because when I first started out, I found that caused me to have fungus issues down there. So but they're in pots, and I think we'll be okay. I do open this frequently to let it get aired out and that kind of thing. So, but yeah, I won't leave those in there, but I do have potting soil in containers from here down there. I got some fern bulbs going in there, so I'm hoping that they'll hurry up and start sprouting, and I can get those out of there as well. But anyhow, I got sidetracked there. I do that a lot. But anyhow, so let's recap. The other project I did that where I did them in the winter, and then I let them sit in the water for a couple weeks, and they got fungus on them. Totally died. They all died. They didn't work. I shouldn't have even wasted my time. Now I know better. And now you know better. So hopefully you learned something from that one. If you didn't see that video, go check that out. Because a lot of what I do is experimenting different details of what the process is. So and you guys need to do that too. Experiment and watch experiments, so that you can kind of see what other people have done, what has failed, what has not failed, Like for instance, I watch Mike Kincaid a lot. He's my hero out there on the propagation world. But no, he did, I think it was blueberries. I'm not 100% sure, but he was doing it, and he was taking different cuttings off of his blueberries, and he was throwing away the real flimsy soft cuttings, and I'm like, man, I would go ahead and try those. And it turned out that at the end of the project, after he did all the what had worked and what didn't work, he said that it turned out that the smaller cuttings ended up rooting better. So it's like, you know, it's all, you know, even though he's been doing it for years and years, he's still learning too, and I'm still learning from each other, learning from probably some of you guys out there, and hopefully you guys are learning some things from me, and maybe you can teach me some. So leave some comments if you have some ideas. If you've done mums before and had success or failures, yeah, just shoot it down in the comments. Maybe it'll help somebody else. That'd be great. Okay, so there they are. You can see it looks like, I mean, I don't see any that didn't make it. And I came over here last week one day and kind of dug one up from right over here, and to see if they had roots, because sometimes they'll have shoots but not roots. So anyhow, I took that one that I did, and I went ahead and potted it up in here to put it over here with the rest of these ones that already had the roots over there. It looks like actually some of those actually died. There's one that died, a couple there that died, but for the most part, the ones that already had the roots on them that I just potted up, they did pretty good. So anyhow, let's take a look real quick. I'm not going to pot these all up right now because I'm getting ready to go to church, and I don't want to get my thumbs brown this morning. We'll just say that. So anyhow, let's see here. Dig one out here, just loosen it up a little bit. Kind of pull. I don't want to pull the roots off, so you got to be careful. All right, so there's some roots on that one. Let me just kind of pull up a couple here. Oh, I feel the roots putting tension back on them, so I know I end up losing roots when I do that, so I'll try to loosen it up. Oh, lost some of those roots too. So yeah, there's pretty good roots on them. You know, they got good growth and good roots. So let me go ahead. I got another one loose, I think, right there. So, man, it's not very loose. Them roots are going down deep. So there's another one. Looking pretty healthy. So yeah. And also I had done rooting hormone on the ones on the right and not on the left. And if you look, let me kind of get the thing. It almost looks like the ones on the right are a little bit taller. So it almost looks like those ones where I used the hormone maybe got like a extra head start and grew a little bit more. So, you know, take that information for what it's worth. But if you don't have hormone, obviously they're going to grow. I mean, these here that didn't have the hormone, they did great. Maybe I should pull one up that has hormone. I'm gonna have to do that. Hold on. Okay, let me go over here on this side and just try to find one that's oh, okay, well, good. Pop that one all the way out. Okay, so yeah, that looks like better roots. So, and it's tall. Of course, this is a little bit bigger cutting. That's a pretty big stick there. So let me do one more. See what else we got here. Yeah, so now that's about the same size cutting as the other ones I pulled up on the other side, and the roots are about the same size. Okay, so yeah, I mean, that one definitely had better roots, and I would say all in all, they were bigger on that side of the where the rooting hormone was. So, but I probably won't use rooting hormone from here on out because I know that it works just as well, or just about as well, without it. And it's just an extra step, you know, it just takes a little bit longer and that kind of thing. And that rooting hormone's like 35 bucks for a container of it, at least the size of that Hormidon 3 that I've got, cost me $35. So anyhow, do what you want, but so you see the process, see the whole from beginning to end. And like I said in the title, I believe there's still time. We got, if you have mums that, and this is beginning of July, if you want to get out there right away, I bet you could still get some cuttings. I would, if I was you, I would get out there. And if you haven't already taken cuttings of your mums, I would get out there and try to do something and try your own little experiment. I may, not right now because I'm getting ready to go to church, but I may try to stick a few more, you know, right now, July. That way we can have that experiment as well. We know that it doesn't work in winter. I've done 2 experiments and both of those failed. So for me, I'm not going to do the wintertime cuttings of mums from now on. But I might try it here in July and see, because my mums over there that I cut all of these cuttings off of, they're all flushed back and they're looking really nice, big ball of them. And so I may go ahead and take a few cuttings and just try a quick, maybe just one little row of cuttings. So anyhow, get out there and get your thumbs brown, which I didn't today, but I will. Before the day's over, I guarantee you my thumbs will be brown. Get out there, have some fun, propagate something, plant some seeds, do something, get out there, breathe some fresh air, and thanks for hanging out with me. I will catch you on the south side. God bless.